We all likely have that one game that we've poured tons and tons of hours into over the course of many years, whether it be a sandbox game like Minecraft, a rhythm game like Osu, an FPS game like Overwatch, or even an RPG game like Pokemon. I can safely say I've been an avid Pokemon fan since I was 5, but that isn't what this video is about. For me, the main game I've sunk so much time into is none other than the rhythm-based platformer game Geometry Dash. But why? What could possibly be so entertaining about a game about a cube jumping over spikes? What could excuse the embarrassing number of hours I've put into the game after over 7 years? Well, I'm glad you asked. There's many different factors that have contributed to why I think this game is so good, and what gives it that infinite replayability. Starting off with the design. There's seemingly no limit when it comes to the designs people will make in their levels. When the game first started off, most levels looked something like this. But as the game got more updates, the designs people would make got more interesting, especially when the update 2.1 came out. This update added so much to the level editor, people started to really push the limits of this game. If I said we went from levels looking like this to this, would you believe me? Probably not. Now what does this mean for me though? Well, with this much variety in how levels look, thanks to the most convoluted, confusing, yet fascinating level editor I've seen, it gives players like me a seemingly infinite selection of levels to choose from. When you look at another level building game, like say Mario Maker, you can make some neat stuff, but can you make something like this? Or this? Or even this? Or even this? Sometimes I think I just need to stop talking. Anyways, you get the point. The possibilities are endless, and it's that endless possibility of designs that keeps me intrigued. Design is definitely the main thing that keeps me playing levels, but the gameplay can also be very intriguing. You might think of the iconic main levels when thinking about gameplay, with the cube jumping over the spikes and blocks. Pretty boring, I know, but more game modes have been introduced, such as a ball that switches gravity every time you click, a triangle known as the wave that goes up and down as you hold and release, and a UFO, just to name a few. Using combinations of these game modes, as well as the many other gameplay mechanics, is what results in unique gameplay in seemingly any level somebody makes. For example, someone could decide to make a level with only one game mode, or maybe every game mode. Or you could even have whatever this is. I'm gonna be real, after how long I've been playing this game, I don't even understand what's going on here. The gameplay in levels can either be really fun and balanced, or the polar opposite, but that's the fun in exploring new levels. Now what's another reason people enjoy playing things besides visuals and gameplay? That's right, the audio. As someone who absolutely loves lots of types of music, the songs that people can choose in their levels is another factor that has me playing so many. For many updates of the game, there were only a select few songs you could choose from when making levels for others. Until update 1.9, where Geometry Dash started to use a site known as Newgrounds, which now has about 1 million different songs to choose from in all sorts of genres. The best part though, is if the song you like isn't on here, no need to worry. Even though these songs aren't official, people have started to import songs that aren't on Newgrounds into the game to make their own levels out of them, leaving any song to be used. So if your favorite song isn't on Newgrounds, don't worry, someone's probably made a level to it already, and if not, then go ahead and make your own. Nobody's stopping you, you know? But what if you just aren't a fan of auto-scrolling gameplay the game has to offer? Maybe it's too much to understand, or it's just not your strong suit. Well, look no further, because in the most recent update of 2.2, platformer mode was introduced. Now, I had already gotten good at the main type of gameplay in Geometry Dash, being auto-scroller gameplay, and I was getting kinda tired of it. But when platformer mode came out, I could not have been more excited. I've been hooked on it ever since. And I mean, not to brag, but the numbers don't lie here. I know what I'm talking about here, and I personally think platformer mode was the best thing that could happen. It makes the game a lot more accessible for people who aren't so good at the auto-scrolling aspect, but a lot better at the platforming aspect. Platformer mode removes the limitation of the gameplay constantly moving with a song and lets the player move freely, kinda like Mario Maker. The exciting part about this is with less limitations comes even greater possibilities from creators and people who have already pushed the limits. We have people creating their own platformer games that can last for at least an hour, and we have people recreating other types of games too, such as rhythm games, bosses from other games, and somebody even made their own 3D engine into a 2D game. Think about that. I don't know what dark magic they used, but that's really impressive. I mean, at this rate, we're probably gonna have someone that's gonna create Fortnite. Okay, what the So yeah, anything could happen. Even Fortnite could happen. Going back to my rank and specifically platformer, in the journey of becoming one of the top platformer players came both the fortune and misfortune of playing especially hard levels. With all these tough levels, there's all one thing they have in common. No matter how good or how downright atrocious level I'm playing is, I always feel that sweet, sweet dopamine when I finally beat it. I beat it! Oh my god! No way! Whether it's beating a new hardest level, or seeing your stats and rank go up, the satisfaction always hits, and without it, people would get really bored really quick. Especially when increasing your rank. Something about that feeling just motivates you to do more. Maybe someday I'll get that #1 spot in the platformer game mode. No. This feeling can be felt for a lot of people who play the game. Some people do it just for the satisfaction. Some do it for the love of the game. And others, like me, might play for both. That's the beauty about this game. There isn't really a wrong way to play it. Some strive to become more skilled players. Others might strive to become better creators. And some just play to increase their stats and nothing else. At the end of the day, it's your call.